What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a good day. And for this live stream right here, I will be talking about Amber Heard, Johnny Depp. I will talk about my prediction from the MCU future and DCU future. Both for the universes might be bright, in my opinion. If they're writing everything good, it brings some stuff back. I think, in my opinion. But you cannot be like, in my opinion, for the MCU. Certain things from the MCU got to come back because the thing about for me is like they do need another Black Panther, and not the sister Black Panther yet because it's not her time yet based on the story that we follow and stuff like that. It's not the time for the female Black Panther yet. I did it doing it kind of early because he died and stuff like that. But in my opinion, they should just recast. I think, in my opinion, and just make the Black Panther franchise a 4-movie franchise. I think, in my opinion, a 4-movie franchise would have been good. In my opinion, for me, it would have been good. But the thing about for me, right, that what I was starting to realize dealing with certain stuff, everything like that. Like I'm dealing with movies, franchises. It seems like the companies now, what I'm seeing, think about agenda instead of them just trying to think about what could be good for yourself. Because you can't think about an agenda, I think, in my opinion. In my opinion, you can't be thinking about an agenda on stuff like that. For me, right, if I make a movies or a franchise, I wouldn't worry about agenda. I just worry about, in my opinion, what type of movies and stuff like that I'm gonna be making. What's gonna be the best story and everything else like I gotta be making, and that's just me. So like some people like it, some people don't. But the thing about for me right away, I realize and stuff like that. Like I'm dealing with movies, shows, and everything else. Is like I realized like that most companies were about, in my opinion, most companies, in my opinion, worry about agenda, what they worrying about, stuff like that. That just me. They worry about agenda. They worry about, in my opinion, what's necessary to put in the movie, just instead of them going by comic book character. In my opinion, that's just me. It's just me, in my opinion, and especially in Marvel. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, stuff like that. Like I'm time for movies and stuff that I like to see. Some people like it, some people don't. But kind of like in my opinion, right? Kind of like in my opinion, and that's just me. I just think that the She-Hulk trailer could have been better. If y'all want me to do a whole separate thing and all that for me breaking it down, what I think of it, because the She-Hulk trailer wasn't a bad trailer and stuff like that. But the thing about it, I just think the story might not, in my opinion, might not be the best written show. It because then for me, it won't be worse than WandaVision, in my opinion. It won't. But the thing is, that's not a very high bar, in my opinion. Because thing for me, it's like people actually think WandaVision is actually a great show, and it's not. The on the WandaVision show for me, just like an average good show, just with a big budget, that just disappointed me, in my opinion. Should that just me? Because the thing about me, in my opinion, what I realized and stuff like that is like I realized that some of the directors doing it will not, in my opinion, care about the comic book material, which I learned, which I learned for some people who do shows stuff like that, which I learned in an article that a one individual person didn't read the comics and kind of looking at the show. That kind of shows. Because the thing about for me, right, which I learned that I want, in my opinion, that I do want the time for Marvel characters and stuff like that. Sound like the characters in One Division wasn't bad and stuff like that. It's not Elizabeth Olsen, and plus for me, it's not the man that played Vision. It's just like the person who did the show seemed like they didn't put everything inside the show when it could have been there. If y'all know what I'm talking about, stuff like that. Be because the thing about me, in my opinion, which I do look at for shows, everything else like that. Which I do look at from time to time, everything else like that. For me, right? For time to time, some people like it, some people don't. But the movies and stuff, and the movie stuff, everything like that, which I for me expect to happen and stuff like that. So everybody different. Some people like it, some people don't. But the thing about for me, what's happening and stuff like that is like for me, it's like I just expect, for me in my opinion, I expect the movies, everything like that, to be good. And that's just me. Because they are for me. So that might be just a too high a bar for some people to set to have good movies. Because the thing about for me, right, in my opinion, it's like if you expect stuff to be good, bad, and everything in between, and that just I just hope it could be good. And kind of like the stuff shoot that stuff I do like and stuff like that is like some like for me, I do like them. I I do like the One Division character that was in this show and her story. I like some of her stories. That wasn't that just my problem with the show. My problem with the show is when you got actors and actresses and stuff like that. When you got actors and actresses and stuff like that, supposed to be that supposed to be, in my opinion, they're supposed to be good. They're supposed to be good when the actor and stuff hype up the show and put the actor and actress that is behind the scenes and kind of like for me, right, in my opinion, stuff like that, it's like I think from some of the Marvel stuff, I think the Marvel future is a little bit in doubt, unlike the DC stuff, because we got Black Adam coming out. Because we got Black Adam, we got a whole lot of stuff coming out, and we got Aquaman coming out next year. We got the Flashpoint coming out this year, next year, or something like that. And kind of like for me, right, in my opinion, and kind of like just for me, in my opinions, and stuff like that. And kind of like for me, which I do learn from most people online dealing with Marvel fans is like they're supposed to have Adam Warlock coming. He supposed to been there. They got Nova coming, which just supposed to been came, but we getting them late. But we getting them. Let's say Kevin Feige is unless they coming like in a different form and anything else like that, then somebody probably can tell me down below. Um, it sound like deal with movies and stuff like that, and kind of like for me, a writer shoot, in my opinion, um, for me, right, deal with opinions, sound like deal with movies, shows, and everything else like that. Which I do like in my opinion, pretty bad. But the thing about me is like, shoot, I'm just worrying about, in my opinion, right? If they gotta have all these new shows, new characters coming out, and all these new characters are supposed to be new Avengers, then we have a problem because we all know once that new Galactus come down, one division, she powerful, but that's what. She ain't beating down just no Galactus. She not beating down these new evil. They gotta need some more. They might not like it. That just me. That just me in my opinion and stuff like that. Which I don't like and stuff like that. And kind of like for me, right, in my opinion, it's like something for me. I think that the Marvel universe could be in good hands, but the thing is, it's all this the female counterparts and the male characters, which could be good or bad. But the thing is, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait, in my opinion, just so the show come out and see if it's good. Cap Marvel, her movie sucks. Kick her out the way. She don't got no hope. Miss Marvel, her show don't even look. Her show look like a little kid show. My opinion, might not be my might not be my cup of tea. But the thing about for me, if I was cast for Miss Marvel, she would have been older, 18 up. That's just me. I don't care about the comics in that point. I don't. Because the thing about the kids stuff like that, I her top because thing, like that, which I which I didn't like Tom Holland just being so young in the first place, in my opinion. That which I didn't like in the first place. So Tom Holland just being so young, but it seemed like they're gonna be anyway.
Yo, what's going on?
Oh,
You talking Marvel right now?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So like the Marvel stuff, I'm kind of scared for the Marvel future, it,
yeah,
because it seems like they're making everything the female counterpart of the male's counterpart that carried the first 10 years.
that's true. I mean, you know what I would have honestly thought for Spider Man, and I was saying this too to a couple other people, like with the side shows that they're doing on Disney Plus, I feel like instead of just making more Spider, and this is my thought, instead of making just more Spider Man standalone movies, and then inviting different characters in, why don't they just make a Spider Man live action series with the same actor? But you
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like at the end of the cliffhanger for the final season, they'll
yeah,
show an anti Venom Spider Man, or they'll show a Spider Man 2099. They'll lead up to a big movie. You know what I mean? Instead of
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to surprise us with the same people: Doctor Strange, Thor, Bruce Banner. You know what I mean? Like
They
there's
could
yeah,
they can do like the anime because you know the anime just make a whole first season, and then
Live action, the whole movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just the movie afterwards.
Like,
That
okay,
would
let me ask you this: for Miles Morales, do you think that after this one they need to continue to do more animated Miles Morales, or we should get a live action?
we need a live action because just we're already getting two movies of him being animated.
I mean, but they're doing it for a kid audience. But I mean, it's cool and all, but man, just Miles Morales as a live action, bro, it just makes so much sense. It just makes
And
sense.
because he need to be older too. He need to be older because think about it. I do not I do not kid Spider Mans because think about it, Tom Holland just burnt me out off of that.
Yeah, but I
That
mean, the thing, like, you wonder why everyone likes Tom Holland? Everyone like, and it really hasn't been explained, but I know why. Everyone likes Tom Holland because the way that Marvel introduced his story. Because Sony and Fox, they don't do any justice to any of the superhero movies. Like X-Men, they did no justice to half of
Ooh,
those heroes because, bro, in the MCU, like, let's just be honest, like Wolverine in the MCU, like, wouldn't have even died in the movie Logan. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been entirely different. But Logan was a good movie.
yeah.
If we're talking
I
about
don't think he
future,
did really, in my opinion. Just knowing Fox and everything like that, I don't think he did because you know, like the Wolverine genes, most of the time he
yeah, they
heals
clone him.
up, and he would be dead anyway. And
That's true.
he just would come back just as a different actor. He just come back
Like,
just as a
let me
different
ask you.
actor
So,
because you.
did you watch all the X Men's?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
sadly I did.
so so you know that movie, X Men Future Past, when the Sentinels. Let me
That's
ask
one
you
of the
this.
best
It's like
ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So let me ask you just a what if answer. All right, and we're
Okay.
gonna go Avenger by Avenger. Okay, do you think Captain America could beat the Sentinel? Maybe okay, we'll give him one Sentinel. It's a one-on-one
Yeah.
fight versus one Sentinel from the future past. Is he winning or is he losing?
Captain America. He that the MCU Captain America might win, but the one from comic books ain't winning.
Okay, but you gotta think about it though. In the future past, like I remember they had Iceman in it. They had the Human Torch. Like yo, how like they did Human Torch so dirty in that movie. Like the
Ooh.
Sentinel just grabbed him by his neck and choked him.
Oh, that just hurt me though. That just hurt me if I said it
You because you
because
remember you remember the Human Torch was on the X Men.
that wouldn't the heat just overheat the hand melted? That would
No,
melt his hand.
yeah. Like he melted him.
Yeah, that because just being pyro, he can be up to supernova hot.
So how does the Sentinel like melt him? Like I don't get that.
That
I mean,
unless that wasn't a sentinel, unless that was a different kind of mutant or something like that.
well, because you remember in that movie, they explained that the Sentinels had the ability from Mystique to not just shapeshift into people, not to shapeshift into mutants. They were able to shapeshift their abilities. So
That
they
don't make no sense though. That don't make no sense
that's
because
OP. That's too OP.
that don't make no sense because you look at the animated cartoon of X Men. None of the sentinels just gonna do that.
Right. They use rockets or beams,
Yeah,
but in that movie, they were more humanoid. Like they were big Sentinels, but they were humanoid. They were like silver, just their base form. And whenever
I
they
don't.
fought Iceman, they turned into the Human Torch's powers to defrost his ice, and they knocked his head off. And then they had
That won't make
Colossus.
no. That wouldn't make no sense because the government wouldn't know how to wouldn't wouldn't know how to deal with the mutant genes and put it inside machines because it wouldn't work.
Well, that's remember in that movie, X Men First Class. My bad, X Men Future Past. They were trying to stop Mystique from killing the guy that created the Sentinels because of what was going to happen in the future. That's why Wolverine went back in the past. He woke up. He was in the room with a lady, and
Oh
he had
yeah,
the bone claws. He didn't even have the antimanium claws. He had the bone claws because it was that old. That was before the events of him going to
oh yeah, the
Weapon X.
Sprite, yeah, Weapon X. But they need a Wolverine that had joined Weapon X first that because thing is they need to make Wolverine a franchise
Yeah,
up in the MCU because Wolverine was part of Weapon X before
true.
he went to the X Men. They
I don't.
need
I
to
don't
know,
think there's any actor that's better than Hugh Jackman, bro. I,
you know,
as
no,
Wolverine, at least, I don't think
it,
there is.
it's kind of hard to find it. It's kind of hard to find it unless you get Clint Eastwood's son who kind of fit it. That's the only only other person that I probably can see playing him. Because you look at a face stretcher, a Clint Eastwood's son and stuff like that.
Yeah,
He's probably the only one that could play him besides Hugh Jackman. And Hugh Jackman said he wanted to come back.
he is or he's not.
He wanted to come back and launch Marvel Calling.
True. I mean, now let me ask this: for Ghost Rider, would you say Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead or Keanu Reeves from John Wick? Who would be the
Keanu Reeves
best Ghost Rider?
Keanu Reeves might be too busy. I have to go with Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
gonna make that
dude from
franchise.
Walking Dead, bro, like he's been in a lot of movies. Like if they do Ghost Rider, like he's already in the bikes and he's
Yeah.
already into superhero stuff like that. So I feel like he would just be the perfect person. Plus, he has the
Yeah.
hair like
I
Johnny
had
Blaze. He looks just like
I
him.
had said at one time. I had said at one time in somebody else's live stream, like in the comment section or something, like doing a live stream, and everybody had criticized me talking some Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. And put I told them that Keanu Reeves might be too busy just with the John Wick franchise and for the other
Hmm.
franchise he might be starting. And he
But
might be
John Wick
taking
would be a
over.
perfect. Like, he would be a perfect Ghost Rider. Perfect.
Yeah, that Keanu Reeves is a good first choice, but we all know that he might not take it if he's doing John Wick.
True. Now, what about you watched the Doctor Strange movie, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
both of them.
So would you say that Scarlet Witch from that movie was completely overpowered? And if you look at the events of because they mentioned Thanos multiple times, that Doctor Strange died fighting Thanos, and we learned to find out that was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that the Scarlet Witch from the new movie could probably one shot Thanos? Okay, we'll say Thanos without his gauntlet because
Um,
you know what I mean.
if
On a
if
physical
this,
scale, he'll probably win.
yeah, yeah. This one could. That the MCU Thanos, yeah. But you tell one for comic books, nah.
No, no, not comic books, not comic books. I'm talking,
It,
okay,
it,
like Thanos. Okay, I'm talking about Thor. I'm talking about Thanos that got killed by Thor in the movie
mm-hmm.
versus Scarlet Witch from Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, that Doctor Strange got Scarlet Witch wash him. It's no kind of competition with that. And
Yeah,
could be the Dark Old book too. Remember the Dark Old book
yeah.
that she pretty much get your soul. You pretty much dead either way.
Oh, so Doctor Strange with the Dark Hole is like one shot in Thanos, pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn, but
Uh,
Hulk, man.
because you remember the big old Illuminati had killed him. Remember because
Yeah.
he used the Dark Old book because
Hmm.
if he would keep on using it, he probably would turn on them and kill them.
So do you? So let me ask you this: Do you think because we're okay? Look, so you know how there's multiverses and that girl can travel, right? That I think that's Miss Marvel
Yeah.
or Kid. I'm not sure who that is.
No, no.
I
I can tell you who that is. That is America Chavez, but she too young because in the comic book she grown.
right, but for MCU, do you think that she will enter help us introduce the X-Men? Because how else
Yeah,
would we be able to have
yeah.
someone to take us to see the X-Men and Fantastic Four and all them?
Uh, um, because I think that she might be fighting somebody in a movie in the scene something like that, and she might bust a hole in the universe, and plus the X-Men might get investigated,
Hmm. And
and,
we
and,
might
and
come across her, fighting in the city,
yeah,
against anti mutants or the Brotherhood, and she's with the X-Men.
yeah,
It'd be crazy. But do you think that she all of her battles are going to be within the same universe, or she might just be like the defender of like the multiverse in a sense? So since she's able to freely travel like that, if the Fantastic Four needed help fighting against Galactus and universe 6 something, she could just pull up and be like, "Listen, I got Doctor Strange with me. I got Thor with me. We finna
Um,
pull up." Like, you know what I mean?
that she might be the multiverse defenders. I think it's something like that. That since the movie Multiverse of Madness just had introduced it, she might be the youngest member of just the Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, up in
I mean, is there a group called the Multiverse Defenders or something?
it's
Like
a group
Defenders of the
name.
Multiverse, or was that the Illuminati group? That's what their job was,
Uh, I
or
think
they
that
were.
was I think it was the big old Illuminati job to deal with the big threats, and they had a group to deal with the small threats.
Oh, so the Illuminati really wouldn't be able to, come to the aid of a universe if Galactus were to,
No,
try to no, like they wouldn't be
no,
able to really do nothing.
unless it's the son of Reed Richards. That's the only one that probably can do it.
Now, what about Black Bolt? Like, you know what I mean? Or do you think
Black Bolt
Black Bolt
can
wouldn't do
um
nothing?
um Black Bolt can't travel through multiverses unless he with American Chavez. Unless he with her, he can't travel.
Okay, so let me ask you. So let's say, all right, boom. You know what I mean? All right, look. Let's say America Chavez, right? She went ahead and was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring Hulk with me. I'm gonna bring Thor. I'm gonna bring Spider Man. Also, I'm gonna bring Doctor Strange, and we're all gonna go to. Uh, let me find a good battle for them. We're all gonna go to fuck. What would we say? We would say where all the heroes became the villains. So in a sense, right? So
Oh,
like everyone in the universe was like a villain. So all the Avengers were villains, all the X Men were villains, like all of those big ass groups all existed in one universe. But she came with 4 of those people. Like
they
my
got
thing
any Wanda.
would it be a battle or would it just be them running the whole time?
That so they gonna be a battle and them running because they gonna have to face them in small groups in order just to survive because you can't be all at once and plus need one at the same time. They gotta need Wanda inside that group.
True.
They got
But
need
I mean, think about it, because like they have the X Men and the Avengers coming at them, but the only people that they have is Hulk, Thor.
Hawk is a big help, but you still need Wanda to deal with the magic people, sound like Jean and everything like that.
Yeah.
So you need Wanda to block everybody's mind just for being
You think
controlled.
You think Doctor Strange could hold up against that sorcery
Yeah,
or no? I mean, if we're talking about the Phoenix and we're talking about evil Professor X, you know,
yeah.
I'm not sure if Doctor Strange can handle all of them, like because he's the
Uh,
supreme sorcerer. I don't know if he can handle all of them.
because I think he could because you remember the movie in the Multiverse of Madness that they asked Black Bolt to kill him
Yeah,
instead of now be, be, because they know like Doctor Strange's mind just was too strong to tap because you notice they didn't try to go inside just his head and none other universes they never tried it.
it didn't work on him.
Yeah, because the mind thing, deal with the Phoenix, everything like that. But Professor Xavier would have been notified and dead. The Phoenix,
Now I thought Professor Xavier, even though they served him no justice in this movie, I thought that he's even stronger than Wanda and Doctor Strange when it comes to like his genetic ability like somehow makes their sorcery obsolete.
he's
Because
stronger than Wanda. He's stronger than Wanda because things. Wanda is like an emotional person. He pretty much can get inside her head and push control her. But the thing is, Doctor Strange is not an
yeah,
emotional person.
but in the movie like why did they make it seem so easy to kill Professor X though? Like why was it so easy
Just to
for her
move
to
the
just
story
kill him?
along, just to move the story along, and she was using the dark hole. Remember?
Oh, so what if it was Professor X from the comics?
Oh shit, Wanda dead.
That wouldn't even work. But
Wanda dead.
the girl at the end of the movie for the post credits, I thought that's Doctor Strange's girlfriend. Well, that becomes his girlfriend.
That would be his wife in the future. Yeah,
So what you would call it? Oh, okay. So that's his wife in the future. So is she
yeah.
stronger than Wanda, or is she?
She not stronger than Wanda, but she right there with her in top
Oh,
power.
but what if she could travel multiverse also?
Oh, wait a minute. If she can do it, shoot. That would have been help to Doctor Strange right there.
Because you know Dormammu was still alive. They never actually killed
Oh,
Dormammu.
oh yeah, and they and and plus and I mean he get free. If he get free, boy, shoot, that joint gonna be a problem.
Because you know, like how we saw Dormammu in Doctor Strange 1, it was a cloud form. Doesn't he also have a physical form?
yeah,
So
yeah,
which
but the
one's
thing is,
stronger? So which one's
he
stronger, the
just
cloud
need to
form?
they gotta have to find special effects teams to be able to put his body together. Uh, let's define another evil villain that can do it.
So what Dormammu is stronger, the cloud form or like the physical form of like Dormammu?
Physical form, because then with cloud form, it's like energy.
True, true. So okay, so it's like the Fantastic. So we can compare it to like the Fantastic Four Galactus from the
Yeah,
from the Sony movie.
yeah. That on the one of physical form is better than the one in up in the cloud form, because if the heat shot come in like in the cloud form, they pretty much could drain them since he
Yeah,
burnt.
yeah, that energy drain.
Yeah, the he used the physical form, that would make it harder for them to fight him.
Didn't Doctor Strange fight Dormammu in the comics?
Yeah, yeah.
Did he win or did he lose?
He won, but the fight was hard though. But the fight was hard, and
Oh,
he had
so he didn't do it by himself. Like,
mm-mm, he
mm,
needed help. That because you remember Dormammu still was training. Remember
right, right, right.
when he was locked away,
Hmm.
he still was training. That to get his revenge just on Doctor Strange. And he still would, and Doctor Strange was training too. But the thing is, Dormammu has some tricks up his sleeve.
Can't Dormammu like mind control people and bring people back from the dead also?
Yeah, he used the
So
dark art stuff, but the thing is, he could.
yeah, but Dormammu's power is stronger than the Darkhold. That's what makes me think that
Yeah,
Doctor Strange is leading up to Dormammu because he said, "Come to the dark dimension," and who runs the dark dimension?
Dormammu.
Dormammu.
That
So
because and that made me think he broke free just from his prison, whatever prison he was in.
true, true, true.
I,
Because I remember Doctor Strange sealed him. He sealed him in the first one.
yeah, unless that man Mordor just had let him out, because you remember at the end of Doctor Strange 1,
Hmm.
Dormammu Mordor didn't agree with the ways the H1 just were using her powers,
Right, right, right. I remember that.
and and plus I think that he let him free.
Oh, so essentially, like, was he working with Dormammu, or he wasn't necessarily like work with him? He was like, it was like his kind of like, oh, you know what? I don't fuck with Doctor Strange, so here you go. Like, like if I can't
Yeah,
kill you, I'm gonna get Dormammu to do it.
yeah, yeah. That's what I think too.
Oh, so
That
Mordor.
he can't do it, but this other man could, who more powerful than me. And he
So
just
Mordor and Dormammu, like, are they cool, or they're just like, it's like we
they're
just
not
have a
really
common
cool
enemy.
like that. They're not really cool like that, but they just use like how could I say um you scratch
Like,
my back, you scratch yours.
true shit. Like, so they just use Doctor Strange as their agreement to essentially just be like, okay, well, you know, this is like kind of like our relationship status. You know, we have in common we don't like Doctor Strange, so you know, I'm gonna let
Yeah,
you do your thing and I'm gonna do my thing. But if I run past Doctor Strange, I'm gonna kill
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. Um, whoever get to do it first,
That's
it,
it.
just go at it.
No, but what's so crazy is that Ghost Rider, bro. Like, you know,
They should have had
how
Ghost
do you
Rider in
think
this movie
Marvel is
though.
gonna build up Ghost Rider? Like, you know what
They
I
should
mean?
have had
Because
Ghost
the
Rider in this
souls.
movie. They should have had Ghost Rider in this movie, because you know that Wanda was on this rampage and,
Hmm.
and just killing everybody. This was the
Right.
first movie to put him in.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So in the movie, right, in the next Doctor Strange,
Hmm.
would it make sense for them to introduce Ghost Rider because of the dark dimension and the souls, or
Yeah,
no?
yeah,
Because I thought his chain lasso was able to erase people's souls. Like he was literally able to erase you from existence if he
yeah.
got you around his chain and used the
And plus this
Hellfire.
chain kills souls too. That like you think you're safe in soul form? No, you're not. Out with Ghost
So
Rider.
so Ghost Rider could Ghost Rider could get the Hulk around his chains and literally erase him.
He could, but it's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a hard fight.
But
Um,
would he essentially erase the Hulk, or would he
yeah.
erase everybody, like everything in like that involves the Hulk, like Banner, or
No,
would it just be the Hulk?
he got the race. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If he erased Banner, that means the Hawk will be out of control, and you
So
can't.
so is the Hulk and Banner related, or they're their own two different things, even though they manifest themselves in the same body, or they still the
They
same person, or two different people?
they're like two different people or something like that. But the thing is like David Banner keep his humanity in check.
Okay, so is Hulk so does Hulk and Banner have the same soul,
Yeah,
even though they're in the same body, or is it two different souls?
they have the same soul. That the thing is, if you kill Banner, you kill the Hawk.
True. But I thought there was a part in the comics where the Hulk essentially can't die because whether Banner tries to kill himself or not, somehow the Hulk can restore. Okay, I think
They
they
didn't
said it in
kill
the
his
comic.
soul though in them comics because some comics they never kill his soul. They just separate him in two different bodies. Remember?
Oh, so Hulk just had a physical form with no transformation.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
shoot!
when you get a certain age as a human being, you're supposed to die.
Right.
He don't die.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is, so okay. So let me ask you this. So the way Banner and Hulk are, right? So let's say Banner is 100 years old and he has cancer.
That when the Hawk take over.
Okay, so Banner would die,
Yeah,
but it would be just be the Hulk just in his body.
yeah.
So he would never be able to just all right, we're gonna
Transform
transform
back.
back into Banner again.
Mm-mm. He can't because then Banner just be dead by then.
Oh, so Bruce Banner can't live long as Captain America, or he lives as long as a regular human.
He lived as long as a regular human.
Oh shoot. So in Thor Ragnarok, Bruce was dead or was he alive?
Bruce was alive, but the thing is the Hawk kept his um he kept his age at that point when he changed. It's something like if you was 20 when you
Hmm.
turned to the Hawk, you keep that 20-year body until you change back.
Oh, so basically, essentially, you would even age.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that makes sense. So whatever form that you take in the Hulk, you could wait 300 years to Hulk it because I don't think the Hulk ages. I don't. I
No,
mean, like he ages physically, like just he gets a beard and stuff, but
yeah,
I don't think that he ages as well as like dying, as far as dying.
no, no, he don't. That
Because they had a animated movie with Wolverine versus Hulk, but
he still was he was older, but the thing is the Hawk kept his same strength for everything.
true. Now,
And
do you think World Breaker Hulk could beat the Avengers?
yeah, he killed him. This Avengers, he killed him.
Like, okay, let me ask you this: what was your favorite Thor movie?
The first one. The first
First.
the first one was my favorite, and the second one, some parts was good. The, but they did the villain wrong in the second movie in the Hawk. No, not the Hawk, but Thor. If they would have built up the
See, I
L,
was thinking you were gonna put Ragnarok as your first
oh no,
because
that's not a good
Ragnarok.
Thor movie because you look at the anime. Because the third movie of Thor is not even a Thor movie. Because you look at the animated movie and stuff like that, and you try to compare to this one, it's not even close.
Okay, so let me ask you, out of all the other Thor movies, why do a lot of people rank a Thor Ragnarok S tier? Like what would you say that
Um,
a lot of people would rank it S tier out of all the other Thors?
because it's funny, it puts it easy for the general public to understand, and people just don't read comic books no more.
Okay, that makes
Because
sense.
because you read comic books, people will not in lower parts of them will just put Thor around the rock as S tier. And some of the big YouTube channels that is doing it, is lying. They is lying. They is lying to the subscribers because they know if some of these subs right now read a comic book and come back and ask them, why do you lie to me? They can't answer the question.
You know what you should do for your channel? You should do a tier list of all Marvel movies, even including Fox. A tier list. So, like, if you okay for X Men, would you say X Men First Class is S tier?
Yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah.
Is S tier? Yeah, for the revamp. What about okay? What about X Men Origins or X Men One?
X-Men 1.
Okay, I would say Origins for me because they had like a Suicide Squad vibe. They showed Ryan Reynolds before he became Deadpool. Uh,
I will put X-Men's Origins above X-Men 1, if you know what I mean by that. Because like X-Men 1 was good, but you later on, time go by time,
mhm.
X-Men's Origin age a little bit better based on certain stuff.
So X Men, or I mean, I feel like a lot of people seen X Men Origins too, but I don't. I feel like a lot of people would say that X Men Future Past was S tier over X Men
Future
Origins.
Past,
I didn't think
um,
if you didn't think Future Past, I didn't think Future Past was S tier. Well, actually, they introduced Quicksilver in that movie.
yeah, that, yeah, that was the first movie. That's the reason why I think that most people put it at S tier because they know, like most people put it the S tier because that one Silver did because that one part
When he's running around
and
the
they just
kitchen.
put it just like that.
Like people don't even have to watch the full movie of Origins. That
Yep.
all they remember is Quicksilver
Because
running
that
around
one
the kitchen.
part and yep,
Okay, let
that's
me
all
ask
I
you this:
remember.
Quicksilver
And
from X Men Origins versus Quicksilver from Civil War. I mean, yeah, from Civil War. I mean, my bad, Age of Ultron. My bad, Age of Ultron.
um I will take Quicksilver for Age of Ultron because he better trained.
True, but why did he die to a bullet though?
Because you
Like
remember um
that didn't make no sense to
because
me.
you
How he just died to a bullet. What you say?
he was a big asset and he wanted money. He wanted
Do you think
money,
that was a smart idea for
more
Marvel
money
to let him
than
die
just
for
do
a
other
bullet?
movies.
True. No, but I feel like
That was dumb.
like
That
he was definitely a good look like a good Quicksilver actor. Like as far as all the Quicksilvers that they ever introduced, he would have been a perfect Quicksilver.
mm-hmm. He was kind of best. He kind
What
of
is
best
it?
one I saw,
Yeah, definitely.
and and most people don't like him. They say because they don't seem as Quicksilver. But I asked them, told them, um, y'all didn't see Tom Holland just as a good Spider Man until y'all saw him up in his own movie,
That's true.
and
Okay, so let me ask you this, right?
y'all just
Do you think people would have liked Tom
mm-hmm.
Holland if Sony would have if Sony would have made Spider-Man movies and put Tom Holland as the actor? Do you think Tom Holland would have been a big Spider-Man or no? And it's like, okay, think about it. They replaced Tom Holland with Andrew Garfield in the MCU and put Tom Holland in the Sony Spider-Man.
um he would have been known as a good kid Spider Man, but as the best one, nah.
Because you gotta think about it. His origin would have.
He was
I
putting
feel like Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man, bro.
yeah. No. Wait a minute now. At best, Spider Man is Toby because you look at Spider Man, the Spider Man character, you got to be a good Peter Parker and good Spider Man at the same time.
Right.
Andrew was good Spider Man at times, but but the
He
thing
yeah,
is,
it's Peter Parker. No,
Toby, that Toby just had body or both because the video director that had this Spider-Man, he made sure that Toby had got Peter Parker right before you even do a Spider-Man in the
True.
movie.
Now let me ask you this: for
And,
Miles Morales,
and
before they make a live action Miles Morales, do you think they should take their time on what actor they should find, or should they go to a already five-star A-list actor? You know what I mean, or someone that's already famous, or should they wait a couple of years to find that right person for Miles? You know what I mean? Or should they just get like
shucks,
Jaden Smith and make him just get Jaden
I
Smith?
probably yeah, Jaden, yep, yep.
I
I
would
get
say
Jaden
Jaden Smith would be
because
the
you
only
look
one.
at the way, yeah, yeah, because you want people to go to the movies everything like that. You got to get somebody that's already known to a point to go to the MCU right now just to play Miles. Because you try to get somebody that's unknown, people might not even go to the movie.
So if
They might
anything,
not
they're only
even
going to
go
go
to
to
the
the
movie.
movies to see Miles, but they're not going to be like, "Hey, I know this actor."
Nope. They gonna go to the to see Jaden because you know Jaden is already one of the established name in Hollywood already anyway.
True, but I feel like Tom Holland, like, because
Uh,
I feel like
and
Tom Holland is just. I feel like Tom Holland's going to die, because if they
I think
introduce Miles Morales,
my
he's going to
opinion,
have to be the Spider-Man that
just at that
dies.
age,
Because remember, in Miles Morales, the
um,
movie, Spider-Man was young when he died. He was super young. He was like 21 years old when he died.
but we know the MCU won't kill Tom Holland though.
They are or not.
No, it won't
Well, this is why I
because
think
you
that
know
this is okay. Let me explain this. Right, I think that. Oh, hold on. You got me on base ring. Hold on. You still here? Oh, we're gonna wait for him to come back to the stream.
Oh, hello. That um, how about you think about the Captain America coming back? Do you think that Anthony Mackie might take the super soldier serum? Because because I think in my opinion, just he might gotta take that serum for him to be able to compete with some of the heroes. I think, in my opinion. And oh, are you back cold and thing? It your sound good? It just been like a technical issue on my end, been a Wi-Fi issue on my end, and kind of like I think, like I like Anthony Mackie everything like that as Captain America, but we still need like I think in my opinion, like like I think in my opinion, we still need certain stuff. I think in my opinion, so like some people might like it, some people might not, but we do need it. But we do need, in my opinion, um, Hub, in my opinion, should we do need certain stuff to be better. But I think for Marvel, uh, and that is my opinion about it. But everybody might not agree with that. And kind of like in my opinion, stuff like that. But based on the stuff that I like, everything like that, I think certain stuff might be good, it might be bad, everything like that. It might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. That might be a good or a bad thing and stuff like that. But the thing about it, like on the Wednesday, I think, like on Wednesday, shoot, I got me doing because the thing about for me, because just I think in my opinion, it could be a good thing if they bring back Captain America. Because the thing about me, shoot, if we bring back Captain America and stuff like that, and kind of like the thing, shoot, I'm worried about dealing with the Captain America that Anthony Mackie playing is like they might not. they might not do his story justice. In my opinion, that's how I feel about it. If anybody want to come in on Cole, that on Cole, you can come back in. That in my opinion, stuff like that, stuff could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. That it could be a good thing or a bad thing that Anthony Mackie and stuff like that could be. That could be a bad thing on that one. But the only thing so I learned about like dealing with the Anthony Mackie one is like they might not use his full abilities or everything like that. And that just me. And Cole, if you're out there, I'm sorry for going in and going out. It been my Wi-Fi acting up for some reason, and it's not acting up now. But if y'all want to come in, y'all could. And that's just me in my opinion on that. But so I'm just kind of feel like it. Up my opinion, deal with the Marvel stuff. It's like he said. Some of the stuff he said. Um, some of the stuff feel like, in my opinion, that they they like to throw around the rock because they don't like because think about it, they don't read stuff, they don't read comic books, and but I meant that because you look at the people that like throw around the rock, and some of the so-called comic book people who supposed to know comic books, they like it. And that's kind of a bad thing for me. That's kind of like that kind of shocked me because the comic book you actually say this is the best Thor movie. I say, what in the world is we talking about here? Some people acknowledge it for not being a good Thor movie, but we all know that most people did not acknowledge that jump, and that just kind of shocked me. And because you look at the comic books, everything like that, which I do read comic books. Just think about me. Do I read comic books? Yes. And that kind of get me kind of mad sometimes, in my opinion. And that kind of get me mad sometimes. Who supposed to be comic book people, everything else like that. Because think about, for me, if you supposed to be a comic book person, you're supposed to be fair, everything else like that. You're supposed to be fair to your. You're supposed to be fair to your stuff. I think, in my opinion. And that's just me. Because think about, for me, right? If it's a movie, if it's a show, if I'm a movie and a show, everything else like that. Because think about, for me, if it's a movie or a show, I would judge it fairly. I, I won't I won't, in my opinion, bring my bias in it. I won't. Because the thing about, for me, right, which I learned, if you try to bring your bias into stuff, then you won't be able to judge it right. Which you won't bring your bias into it. It sounds like the DC future. I think the DC future is a little bit brighter. I think in my opinion, I think the DC future is a little bit brighter, in my opinion, because you look at the universe as a whole. You look at the universe as a whole, because we got Black Adam coming out. We got Superman. We got Superman, the man that's over DC saying that Superman is going to be a priority again, and that's good to hear. We have because we is getting a whole nother Superman movie. So we getting a whole nother Superman movie, and these kind of like good things, and that's kind of the good things too. I like to hear. And that's kind of like the good thing for me to hear. It sound like the and for the bad thing about it, the Zack Snyder universe might not be coming back, but shoot, that's kind of disappointing in my opinion. That that's kind of disappointing to hear because thing about it, I like the Zack Snyder movies, and that's kind of like the bad thing for me. And that's kind of like the bad thing about the DC stuff, everything like that. And that's kind of like the bad thing that I like, don't like, everything like that. Because the thing is that y'all do in the multiverse, the Zack Snyder universe should not, in my opinion, hurt nothing. It shouldn't hurt nothing, in my opinion. And that's just me. Because you go to the universe about this and about that, in my opinion. And plus the Batman that I want to see back, and this supposed to be the prime Batman. No, 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 not that one. This is the new Batman we got for Earth. This is Earth 2 Batman. Just for anybody who is confused about it, this is Earth 2 Batman. That's not the prime Batman. Just for everybody that is kind of confused on it. And and that's kind of like my opinion about everything like that. That's supposed to be Earth 2 Batman. But the Batman that everybody wants to see is the Ben Affleck Batman. I think, in my opinion, because think about it, some people like the Ben Affleck Batman, some people don't. And some like people who don't like the Ben Affleck Batman talk about something. They supposed to be Batman fans, but if you're a Batman fan, then you will know that the Ben Affleck Batman is the closest thing to the comics just that we got. But you still call yourself a Batman fan, which I kind of question a little bit for some people. Because the thing for me, right? If you're supposed to be a Batman fan, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to know my opinion. You're supposed to know my opinion what the Batman fan is, dog. Because shoot, we both know that the Batman that the Batman stuff right there, the real Batman we got is the Ben Affleck Batman right there. That's our prime Batman. And it sounds like people probably can hate me and stuff like that for saying it. And that's kind of like for me, in my opinion, and stuff like that. This Batman right here is our Batman for Earth One. People just need to face it, and plus that WB needs to schedule him. And that's kind of like, in my opinion, and kind of like, in my opinion, that's kind of like the Batman that I want to see. This Batman right here. and that's kind of like in my opinion, which I do like and stuff like that. Which I do like in my opinion. Time for movies, shows, everything else like that. And kind of like if this Ben Affleck movie could get a movie or two in inside of DC universe and kind of like put it together, that could be a good thing in my opinion. That could be a real good thing. Sound like people could hate me for it. Um, People can hate me for it, and we all know, in my opinion, but we all know, in our opinion, time for movies. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, I think that actually could be a good thing if they could bring like the Ben Affleck challenge. They could challenge the Ben Affleck Batman. They could challenge the Ben Affleck Batman. I think, in my opinion, just with the Riddler, his Riddler, because I pretty much think that his Batman Riddler might be better than one that Matt Reeves did. Because then Matt Reeves Riddler was good, in my opinion. His Batman, his Riddler was good, but I just think with Ben Affleck, that's actually a Batman fan, could do a Riddler that's a little bit better, in my opinion. And that's just me. I kind of do think that. It sounds like for kind of like for me. I think, in my opinion, sound like like I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing. But the other stuff, I think, and kind of like the other stuff I like, everything like that, could be a good thing. But the thing about the DC universe future is bright. But for the Marvel universe, I'm kind of not sure if they keep on doing agendas. I think, in my opinion, and that's gonna be a bad thing. But everybody think that I'm just not gonna do stuff right like that. And shout out to you, Cole, just for coming up. If you want to come back in, then you could, because the and kind of like for me, in my opinion, shoot, now I do think they could be a good thing or a bad thing, but and kind of like I think, in my opinion, it could be a real good thing, in my opinion. And that's just me, in my opinion, about it. And kind of like for me, shoot, in my opinion about it. But like for me, in my opinion, stuff like that, it's like, shoot, I actually think this Batman movie right here, the Ben Affleck Batman movie, could bring could be better than Matt Reeves Batman. and WB probably can learn from mistakes that this Batman did, that this Batman movie didn't do, and or didn't try to explore. Like I think, in my opinion, I think it'll be good. That and for the other thing for DC, that for the DC Marvel thing right here, that I think was good was the Moon Knight show. The Moon Knight show was really a good show. Because this character suit in there looked good and live action everything like that. I liked it. It was good. And, and plus the only thing that I'm disappointed in is like if you keep on, in my opinion, compare this character to Batman, you're supposed to bring what would make Batman Batman onto his character. Because it seemed like to me they didn't did none of that. And that just that kind of disappointed me in a way. Because think about, for me, if if you keep on creating this character, the Batman stuff like that, he supposed to be a Batman like character, and you don't even try to bring back certain aspects besides the fighting, which I think, in my opinion, could be like a real good thing. In my opinion, could be good, could be a bad thing, but which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or a bad thing. But everybody is different though. But everybody different time for movies, what type of movies they want and stuff like that. And that's just me. And kind of like for me, right? If they could bring in like a black, if this in this Moon Knight show and this Moon Knight character could be good in a movie, because because the time for me, in my opinion, shoot, I do think this could be like a real good thing. Which I think for me, and up of my opinion, if they could bring this character right here, Moon Knight character, to the movies, that could be like a real good thing. Unless they're doing the Midnight Suns, the one with Blade, everything else like that, with some of the dark characters. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, stuff like that is like for me, this Midnight character, this Moon Knight character got a lot more potential, I think, than everybody leading on the beat. Because we know that this character right here just got runs worth of comic books. He got runs, he got fights in him. he got villains. If they can bring in his villains inside the movies, that'd be a good thing for me. That would actually be good. But the thing about for me, which I feel like they might not even do, in my opinion, is try to bring in the R-rated stuff that he do, because that we know that, because we all know that Moon Knight is none of that. Pretty, it's not like a dumbed down version, not like that. But they did dumb him down just for the MCU. They did, and that's kind of like the thing that I didn't like because it did dumb him down. Um, because like people that probably trying to say that they didn't dumb him down, but we know they did dumb him the Moon Knight character. Because like certain aspects probably wasn't dumbed down, but we know that the character was dumbed down in a way because we know that 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 one of the characters deal with Moon Knight could be a good thing. And kind of the thing shoot I want to see dealing with this character that shoot I want to see. And kind of like that I want to see for me for this character is like how will Blade and everybody else interact with this character, and that's just me. Because think about for me, if they can interact with some of these characters, if they can find a way to just have to interact with some of these characters, which I think in my opinion they could, because they got to find a way to interact with some of these characters. That because like we know the man for Eternals. Sadly, I saw that movie, but some parts of the movie wasn't bad, but they just was long. They just was long in my opinion. Just for some parts, it wasn't that they kind of show history behind it. I'm kind of glad for that. But the thing about for me, right, is like we know that Eternals had actions out of comic books, and they did some changes inside the Eternals movie. If y'all know what it is, then and shut the y'all will know what it is. In my opinion, that'd be a good thing. Because look at when you look at this version right here, Moon Knight, and this, it looks pretty much like it. It looks pretty much alike. But the live action one right here looks good, and that's just me. It looks good in my opinion for the live action one. It's not bad. It looks good. If y'all think it looks similar or good to the comic one, I think, then y'all can put it in the comments. If y'all want more from my channel or anything like that, then y'all can type in the chat or just type up in the comment section after it's live over. You want to be a mod from my YouTube channel or anything like that? Just put it down below. And kind of like for me, if 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 y'all want to be up in the live of me ranking all the MCU movies, then and y'all can put it um after this live stream, or just message me on Twitter at ZillNation1. And put on Instagram. You message me there or just on Twitter. Because that live will be on Wednesday. We'll be doing it on Wednesday. Um, And kind of like for me, I kind of like that. I think in my opinion for Wednesday, I think Wednesday or Saturday, because for me, I might do it on Wednesday. That I pretty much try to do my Wednesday live stream and stuff like that. Like at night, I do like at 10 something or at 10 that live stream based on all the movies. And that just me, in my opinion, of some of the movies. I think that should be a good time. If y'all want to be there on my live stream and stuff like that, it start at 10:45. At it should start at 10:45. I think for me, in my opinion, for my opinion, it's actually a good thing for me. It's actually a good thing. And kind of like the stuff shoot that like for Wednesday, everything should be a live stream there. And plus the other thing I want to talk about is like the Halo series right here, the Halo stuff. I like the Halo series stuff that so far. I like the finale, and for later on this week or next week, I will be I would this week Wednesday or Saturday. I will be this week. I think this week next week. I will be putting out some of my reviews of episodes. I think because the first one I did that because I'm free, but 2 through 9, everything like that, which I already saw. I probably gotta look at it again, do my review and stuff like that, just to break down what I like with each episode and stuff like that, and put it on YouTube and just see and just see my opinion. What's people's opinion on it? That's just me. Cause me, I like the episodes. It's not bad, but the thing about for me, if I gotta put up reviews on it, I gotta have a look at it again and make sure that I got the info right before just before that I put my review up on YouTube, Twitch. I will see y'all later. See y'all later. See y'all next week, and see y'all next time.